a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right, it's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead, let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Yo, can you hear me? Can you feel me? Hold up, y'all. Oh shit. Y'all, I got the window open in this bitch today. What's going on? Hi, people. It's good to see you. How you doing? Hope everybody's having a good day. It is Tuesday, and we're back for Ratchet Reality, okay? We're back. Let me find my graphic. Y'all let me know, because I can hear myself right now, so it doesn't sound like an issue. But like I say, my window is open because it's nice out here. Like, do you see a bitch in a sweatshirt? It's nice out here today. Shout out to the New Orleans weather today. Okay, at a whopping 63 degrees. Okay. Child of plane. Hey everybody. I feel like now that I can actually hear what I sound like to y'all versus what this sounds like in the room for me, like maybe I can do a little, put a little lo-fi under this shit. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Okay. So y'all, let's go ahead and get into these shows. Thank you, Lisa, for coming through to moderate. It is greatly appreciated. I be needing y'all. Matter of fact, before we get into it, let me go ahead and make sure that this chat is subscriber only. Sometimes I be forgetting to do that, and I absolutely need to do that, okay? To make sure not everybody can be heard, because everybody don't need to be heard. And plus, it keeps all of those like real weird like pages from coming and setting up in my comment section. Okay. So anyway, you guys, I have some very, very strong feelings about Bad Boys LA. So we're gonna get into Bad Boys LA right after this. So stay tuned. The lineup is Kandi, Bad Boys LA, Black Ink Compton. Seems to me that Kat is going to be getting her own show since she just signed a production deal with Paramount. And Paramount also now has all of the Black Ink Crew and Love and Hip Hop's all over there. I think that's originally why I got Paramount Plus, because they had all the Love and Hip Hops on them. They were moving Love and Hip Hops all over the place. Hollywood and Atlanta. I like to go back and watch them sometimes. And they were just floating all over the place. Hulu, Amazon Prime, So eventually Paramount Plus seemed to have got them and had all of them. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll just keep this then. Your sound slightly echoey. Yes, because I don't have them. So like right now, I'm not that close to the mic because the mic is far away from me and I'm in a room. So yeah, y'all are going to have to deal with that because I'm not going to keep coming this close to the mic every time I need to talk. So y'all will be all right. But yes, the room has an echo. but I can hear myself. So at least I know what I'm sounding like on this microphone. I'm not exactly sure what it's giving through the computer, but I can hear. Okay. Yes, there is background music because it sounded cute. It sounded cute. Um, that might be what the echo is, but I'm not sure. Either way, just a little talk before we get into it because I pull my notes up. Bad Boys LA had my nerves bad though. I'm just saying. Definitely feel like, oh, definitely feel like I want to read Milan filth. Really, really, really want to read Milan for filth. Didn't like, didn't like him. Didn't like him at all. Not even a little bit, not even a lot on this last episode. And you know, I'm just looking forward to reading him down when we get to him. I'm just waiting for my notes uh, from Kandi to update because they're not in here. That's so aggravating that I have to go through this every time. Because literally, the Bad Boys LA notes popped up, but not the Kandi notes. Kandi notes were done already. um, while I'm waiting for these notes to pop up, what happened? Y'all, what's the first thing y'all want me to talk about with Kandi and the Gang? If you watched it, I mean, we can do the song first of all. Don't you wanna go to the place to be where strangers become family with fried chicken and mac and cheese? 3 old ladies recipes. Don't you and your family come and hang with Kandi and the Gang? Yeah, yeah, yeah. that you know. Don't you and your family come and hang with Kandi and the Gang? Okay, listen. Oh, child, not Amazing Grace. Not y'all wanting me to start with Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound that saved. Hooray. Dude, that's how they be. Like me. I was lost, Lord, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see 'twas great. Because that's how they be. That's how they be. That's how they be, y'all. 'Twas great that taught my heart to fear, and that grace my fears relieved. He kept sliding. Okay, listen. He was sliding all up and down the notes. All up and down the notes. I thought it was hilarious. I really listen. Look, I need somebody on the keyboard. Okay, you know you gotta. It's not the keyboard, y'all. It's not the keyboard. You got to get that nigga on the what you call them, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The organ. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear. Okay. Well, can we get Lauren and turn his eyes on the sparrow while we having church? Girl, I sing because I'm happy, and I sing. That did Lauren, right? Because I'm free. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Okay, listen, because you know the Tanya came in with the deep part. Y'all the note still ain't came out. I'm gonna go downstairs and get my other phone. Thank you so much, voluptuous Shalia, for the super chat. I'm so happy you're here early. I'm having a hard day. Your read singing and your accent always put a smile on my face. I'm happy about that, love. I'm happy about that. I've been having a tough week myself. It's Tuesday, child, and you know how you be trying to shake off negative energy. Trying to shake off of some negative energy, y'all. This is why I don't be around people like that. Because you go around people and they fuck up the energy. They fuck up the church's energy. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. I do not see my candy and the gang for the place to be from the notes from this week. Okay, y'all, just give me a second. I'm about to go run downstairs and get my other phone. That's what happened when your lover and your secretary be at work. Okay, give me a second. Okay, and we're back. Okay. Whew. Child. Running all the way up the stairs and all the way down the stairs. I missed y'all because it was such a trial and a tribulation, child. I actually missed the verses, which I'm sad about. But thank God for Title. They put up the playlist, so I was listening to it in the car yesterday. Love me some Mary Mary. And CC and BB. But Mary be hitting you with them beats. You know, still that. Lesson. I can't believe I can't. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing. That's my shit. Thank you, Riley, for the super sticker. Okay, y'all, we're ready. Let's go ahead and get into Don't You Wanna Go to the place to be where strangers become family over fried chicken and mac and cheese from 3 old ladies recipes. Why don't you and your family come and hang at Kandi and the Gang? Yeah, shimmy on them hoes, right? Okay, so let's get into it. So Torin, Brandon, and Patrick have drinks, and Pat wants Torin to throw a standing housewarming party. because Safari did not pick out any furniture. And when they went to pick out furniture together, she didn't like it, so he didn't get anything. So all he has in his apartment is a beanbag chair and a bed with a TV hanging from chains and a few little plants and a rug that does not fit. Brandon tells them that he got caught on camera talking to Chandrika on the phone and her saying that, don't nobody give a fuck. Then he also got caught on camera hugged up in a cooler with Dom Unique. So he's still running around telling everybody that there's an actual option for Dom Unique to go somewhere else. Dom Unique isn't going anywhere, Brandon. It's you. If it's not you, then it's both of you. But it has to be you. So the idea that you're going to try to manipulate or finagle Dom Unique into moving to another place because she's not even going to be here. It's just, I feel like now we know that Brandon didn't want to admit that he wanted to work at Kandi's restaurant because he saw it as a really good opportunity. He may have saw Dom Unique there, but ultimately you did it because you wanted to work for Kandi, because you wanted the clout. And not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but don't say it was because of Dom Unique, because if it was really for Dom Unique, then you wouldn't have been trying to fuck over her like this. And to me, you're trying to fuck over her. I guess my standards are too high for what I feel like a man should do when he is interested in a woman the way Brandon has tried to make it. You know what I'm saying? You want this girl to commit herself to you, but you won't even make the sacrifice when it comes to transferring to another job. It's because you want to be on the show. It's because you want to be on the show. It's not because it's too far. Everything in Atlanta is far. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all are spending 20 to 30 minutes to go down the street any fucking way. Moving along, y'all. That just made me so upset because it's just disappointing. You talked all that shit about how you was trying to, be there with her and you really wanted to be with Dom Unique, and now it's like, well, send her ass somewhere else because she don't really be here anyway. Like, what? Anyway, Patrick doesn't see the problem with people fraternizing. He doesn't see the issue with Brandon as a manager having a relationship with his subordinate, because Kandi and Todd did it. And I really wish people would stop making the comparison, because Kandi and Todd were not in a manager subordinate situation. That's not what their relationship was at all. He's a producer on the show. She's talent on the show. Todd could not dictate whether she was fired or not. And she couldn't really dictate whether he was fired or not, because they both answer to people above them as it pertains to the show that they're on. It can be a conflict of interest when it starts to get messy, but legally, it's not the same thing as Brandon having the authority over Dom Unique. And that is the difference in the situation. That is why it is problematic to OLG. It's, yes, a false equivalency. And I'm tired of y'all doing that, because it's not the same. Just as we see him trying to insert the fact that Dom Unique should move and not him. See, Kandi and Todd would never have been in that situation. That would have never happened between Kandi and Todd, because Todd would never have any say-so in whether Kandi was a part of Real Housewives or not. And something tells me that unless he had done something bad to Kandi, Kandi wouldn't have the right to go to the wouldn't have the right to go to the production company and say, hey, I don't want this producer here anymore because we broke up. Like, I also feel like, as we've seen, these production companies will fire the producer. And I feel like Todd knew what the risk was and felt like Kandi was worth the risk. And I feel like Kandi was worth the risk. Kandi was absolutely worth the risk. Okay. But I think it wasn't just a risk for both. For him, it was probably a risk for both of them in some respect. And honestly, I feel like they both came out on top from it. But it's not the same situation. So please stop. Please stop comparing those two things. So what else is going on? Brandon says that they should just pretend that they're not together, pretend that they've broken up. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. Hey, Chris. In any restaurant in the real world, Brandon would have been fired immediately. Then you saying what I'm saying, and we saying we know. Child. Then we get to the restaurant. Y'all. What Brandon there for? Tell me, y'all, what Brandon there for? Let me know. I want to know, because I was watching this scene as the sink is overflowing and spilling out onto the ground behind the bar. It's disgusting. It's water, dirty water from the sink flooding over onto the ground. Brandon is walking past, just looking. Don Juan is back there on hands and knees, putting a straw through the drain so that the water will drain out. Don Juan, can you tell me why that was you and not him? Don Juan, can you tell me why, baby? I really want to know. Don Juan. Why was that you and not him? Because I thought, Don Juan, maybe I'm wrong, I thought that you were like the general manager of Kandi's, empire. You know what I'm saying? In general. That's everything. And I understand that you now have a job with this restaurant. I get that. But I need for you to explain to me why you are the one on your hands and knees cleaning this situation up when Brandon is walking around on his fucking phone, looking at you and Philip in y'all nice suits trying to fix the shit. I don't know if you had a nice suit on, but I know Philip looked nice. Philip back there getting the wet back, trying to figure out how they gonna get this shit up, and you just fucking looking. I'ma say it. Y'all need to fire Brandon. If anybody needs to be fired, it's Brandon. It's Brandon, girl. Hold up. I'm gonna just bring this over a little bit more. Yeah, it's Brandon for me. I don't care what nobody's saying. Brian goes down to the hair store with Torin and Sean Driller so that they can try on wigs. It was just a little funny moment. To me, this is one of those moments that makes me like it. It makes me feel like Kandi and the Gang is one of those shows that you can watch for enjoyment, but it's not always review worthy to me. But I'm here because, I like Kandi and them. Y'all, when I tell y'all I tried, I'm going to try again to watch Karen's show, but it paint dry. I wasn't in the mood to watch it. I'm going to try it again. But from what I was seeing, I was just like, this looks boring as fuck. I'm going to try again. But I kept asking the entire time it was on, why did Bravo give Karen the show? Who asked for this? Who said this should happen? I'm curious to know because I think it was a mistake. Anyway, Karen is an ensemble cast type person. And I know that they want to do like, the Kandi thing. Let's bring the family in, family business. And I get that. I honestly respect the idea of capitalizing off the situation, but some people don't need a 30-minute show. But I also felt like if y'all was going to give it to the white girl, y'all might as well give it to Karen. I'm just not saying I'm going to watch or review the shit. I don't have time to be that bored for another hour in my life. Girl, I got shit to do. Okay. I could be recording another episode of Bel Air. All right. So Brian, excuse me, not Brian, Torin is pressuring Chandrika to show up to the housewarming party since he's now in charge of the festivities again. And I just kind of feel like, why y'all setting this girl up for the fall? Why? Patrick wants to do a bake-off between the OLGs because he feels like they need to add another dessert to the menu. I don't know what that was. Banana. Okay, am I right? Okay, I'm all right. And so they have like this pound cake competition, y'all. And Melvin says Aunt Bertha can't do nothing wrong in his eyes. Okay, it's gonna always be my grandma. It's gonna always be my grandma. I say, I ain't gonna lie, Melvin. I feel the same way. Aunt Bertha is everything. Like even when Brian was trying on the wigs and he tried on the Aunt Bertha wig, I was dying laughing. I was dying laughing. That shit was so funny to me. I couldn't focus on Karen's show either, girl. So they do the bake off, which I thought was so funny. Okay, so Nora made coconut cake, which surprised everybody because Kandi was like, I don't really like coconut cake. So there's that. And then all the church members are always asking Aunt Nora to make that cake. So that's the reason why she made that cake. And all my church members always call me and ask me to make that cake. Okay, first the fuck off. Okay, that's the reason why we're making it. It's my most asked for sought after cake down to the church. Okay. Aunt Joyce made pineapple angel food cake. I like it. Okay. Now Ty sat up there and tried to play the shit out of Mama Joyce. Okay, talking about Mama Joyce baking skills. They just ain't, you know what I'm saying? They're questionable. They're questionable. I kind of feel like Ty likes to give Mama Joyce shit whenever he can because she always giving him shit. And I honestly, I want to be like, Ty, shut the fuck up. But also, I don't begrudge him that because, it's like, once you leave her alone about the baking. But I do understand she is constantly picking at you. So if you're gonna pick back at her a little bit just so you can get your little release off, because you can't curse her out every time she say something to you. So you just gotta save it for the moments that you can just, hit her in the gut about something that, ain't that deep, like her baking skills. Child, them old ladies will shiv you talking about their cooking. Anyway, okay. Ty says it was, right out the box. I'm like, not right out the box. You trying to say Mama Joyce didn't cook that cake? You trying to say Mama Joyce bought that pineapple angel food cake and she ain't really cooked that? Child, listen, Aunt Bertha made the pound cake. Okay, and they asked, Ty said, Aunt Bertha, you make some of the best chocolate cake I've ever had in my life. Why you didn't make the chocolate cake? She said, because the pound cake was easier. Okay, that's why I didn't have time for this. Okay, Patrick called me 2 days ago and I had to run down to the store, see what I had in the cabinet to make the cake. I didn't have everything. So y'all gonna get what y'all get from me. Okay, honestly, I feel like I don't. If Aunt Bertha has the best chocolate cake this side of motherfucking Mississippi, then why not? Yeah, I'm trying to stop cursing so much. I'm trying. Why not just go ahead and add that to the menu? Why not just add that to the menu? Like, I feel like they should, because girl, when I tell you, whenever I see chocolate cake on somebody's dessert menu, I get it. I love chocolate cake, y'all. Especially if they do it good. You know what I'm saying? I need some layers. I need some different layers of chocolate, meaning chocolate icing, maybe a chocolate ganache. You know what I'm saying? I need chocolate to be in the cake, maybe flakes of chocolate. I don't know, but I need you to layer. Okay. But Mama Joyce ended up winning for the pineapple angel food cake, baby. Okay, she made that shit. They said it was good. All right. And I also felt like Kandi, you weren't gonna pick nobody but your mama. You ain't right. It doesn't even matter who cake was better. You was still gonna pick your mama. So I don't even know what we was here for. We was playing these games for y'all just be trying to have us here so y'all can have a cute little scene with the OLG so they can say some funny shit. We could be up here doing the old lady voices and shit. I see what y'all doing. But anyway. Oh yeah, I love me some chocolate, y'all. I'm a chocolate girl. Okay. Oh my God, did I tell y'all about my recent obsession with Buenos? Oh my God. Have you ever had a Bueno? It's a bougie Twix. It's a bougie Twix type of situation. Okay. But when I tell y'all the Buenos, oh my God, the Buenos. Okay. Anyway, moving on from there. The housewarming party has some issues. Once again, no furniture. Okay. No number twos in the bathroom. Apparently, Melvin and Patrick thought it would be smart to remove all of the toilet paper. All of the toilet paper. I'm too close to Mike. All of the toilet paper from the bathroom to keep people from shitting in their bathroom. And I was just like, Do you not realize that women use toilet paper for number one and number two? I know men just shake off their peen and wash their hands, hopefully, and walk out of the bathroom. But women have to pat themselves dry. Pat. You don't want to get toilet tissue all in there, so you pat. Yeah. Because these niggas don't look like they have wet wipes. And I was just like, the fact that Mama Joyce had to come and say, baby, listen, baby, you don't have no toilet tissue in your bathroom. Patrick, dumbass, standing up there talking about, well, oh yeah. Because I ain't want nobody to go number two. They like, well, how you gonna know? Because I can smell it. Patrick, super duper senior. Just super duper senior. Super duper senior. He's a super duper senior. He's a super duper senior. He's not that smart. He's a super duper senior. He's not that smart. Not that smart. It's just he looked like the type of dude to dig in his nose then dig in his booty. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the OLG came through with gifts. And I was appreciative of that. I was like, come on, OLG, old ladies, okay, coming through with bedding. Okay, I was here for that. I was like, because that's how you come through to your nephew or your grandbaby housewarming party with gifts. Okay, and all your name brand purses. I love when the old ladies come through the room because you know it smells like expensive perfume and fried chicken. Okay, so there was nowhere to sit. I was like, you couldn't get some chairs to have so everybody could have somewhere to sit. There was nowhere for those old ladies to sit. They had to go get some stools for the ladies to sit on. I'm like, well, he stayed across the street from OLG. Y'all need to make sure y'all go get at least 5 stools from over there. That was just so stupid to me that he had nowhere for anybody to sit. And then Patrick gonna sit up there and talk about, man, I ain't want to get no furniture yet. I wasn't ready to get no furniture, man. I don't want everybody putting their butt on my furniture. And it's just like, then do what your girlfriend said and don't have a housewarming party then. Don't have the housewarming party if you don't want people to come in and sit on the furniture. Like, it's just, oh my God. Brian brought his egg rolls. They made me want to try them. Brian sings the gospel for everybody. I already gave y'all. Amazing grace. You know they be doing them. But I gave it to y'all already, so we ain't gonna do it again. Dom and Brandon come through to the party, and Ty says that he's gonna fire somebody. Somebody's gonna get fired. Like, why would y'all come together and then be all hugged up? Like they was, Brandon is a dud. The fact that they was standing there all hugged up, Dom with her titty on him, they just was doing way too much in front of the old lady gang. Like, why y'all doing all of that in front of the old lady gang? Like, y'all, I'm very affectionate. I am not opposed to PDA, but I also feel like don't be out here dry humping each other basically in front of the old ladies. Like, that was just way too much. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. Now, the only time I don't give a fuck about what nobody gotta say, like if I want to make out with my husband wherever I'm at, I'm cute. I ain't about to be doing too much. But ultimately, it's my husband. So people gonna mind their business. I'm just saying. But either way, Dom left Chandrika and her old man June outside because they wanted to make sure before they brought them in. And I was like, then why y'all made them come? Either way, Safari is like, they need to stay outside. And you know what else was annoying to me? The whole time they were like filming this scene, Safari kept her head on Patrick's shoulder the whole time. I'm like, if you tired, go lay down. Because you're working on my nerves. Because it felt like a power play. It felt like I wanna, show y'all that I'm dominant over this nigga. This my nigga, I'm in control. And then we see next episode, she said she thought that Patrick was a trick. I told y'all she saw him as a trick. I told y'all she saw him as a trick. Somebody that she could get some dumb dude she can get some money off of. Like, that's definitely what it seemed like to me. Look, I'm sorry. I don't like Safari's energy at all. I don't like stuck up asshole type pretty girls that do the most You know, like just the energy is fucked up. Your energy is fucked up. Like it is. Like when they were all in there, his family's there, like they're all sitting there. She didn't really talk to anybody. She didn't even really smile. Like, and you know, they're editing this show, however they're editing it. So we could not be seeing all of it. But every time I see her, she with the stank face. With the fucking energy. And I don't understand like what's the issue and what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? You got the man head going. Why you got to be like this? It's just annoying to me. But they walk outside and Patrick basically says, "Child, why Torin walked out there with them and was like, why y'all outside? Nigga, you know why they outside. Shut up." So they walk outside and Pat explains that he invited them, but he did not talk to them thereafter to tell them that his lady wasn't comfortable with it. And as soon as they said that, I love the way Chandrika was like, "Let's go. It's cool. Let's go." Grabbed him. "Let's walk away. We can go do some other shit. We do not have to be at this stale ass house party with no fucking furniture. Like we can go." June felt the way because June felt like Dom Unique is the one who we came with, and she didn't even come back outside. She left us out here. Rashard told Dom Unique, "You know, they came with you. Maybe you should go check on them." And she was like, "She's all right. She's fine." I'm like, "Oh, okay." See, Brandon and Dom Unique gonna be together because they snakes of a feather. Listen, I'ma just say if y'all ain't really friends like that, y'all ain't really friends like that. That's fine. But y'all showed up together, and from what it looks like, y'all are cool. Y'all talk to each other more than anybody else. And you showed up with her, walked inside, spoke on her behalf, and never walked outside again. If I was Chandrika, I definitely would have clocked Dom Unique. I would have clocked her. I would have definitely pulled back. That would have been a red flag for me because I would never do anything like that. And I like how June pointed it out and Chandrika was like, "That's her. That's her." And I hope moving forward, Chandrika moves with Dom Unique the way Dom Unique moves with her. Cause to me, that was some, "Oh, so you one of them." You know, they're not a good friend. They're not gonna be a good friend to people. They just not. They act like they are, but they're not. They're just very selfish people, and they're not gonna do shit if they don't feel like it. You know, even if it's so simple as going downstairs to be like, "Hey girl, you all right? Yeah, y'all good? Y'all gonna leave?" I'm girl, you know I'm gonna stay because I'm trying to get this check. "Okay, girl, we'll talk later." That's all it would have took. That's all it would have took. Yeah, all out for self. She said they were texting the entire time, but production played it up. Okay, I'm sure. That's fine, but it still looked fucked up to me. That's why I said I'm sure it's an editing production thing, but it looked fucked up to me. Dime is the type that feels like as long as I'm good with my man, I don't care. That's what it felt like, and you're not good with him because he willing to throw you out the window, throw you over the butt chop. He willing to basically put you in front of him to protect himself. So I wouldn't be so quick to not give a fuck about my homegirl just because this nigga's in the room. I just wouldn't be. Hey Makai, thank you for the super chat, boo. Bondi, I appreciate your live video so much. College/military girl checking in. You ease my anxiety, stress. Thanks so much. Love you. Hope you do advice biz in the future. Thank you so much. I actually so I have decided because y'all like the call-in show, I'm going to do a call-in show where y'all call in and tell me what's on your mind. Okay. It's gonna be like, you know, MF and advice. You want to talk about something that happened on any of the shows, then we can talk. You know, I'm probably gonna start doing that once a week. Hopefully that's something you guys will call in for. But you know, we'll see. But it's definitely gonna give MF an advice, but I'm not reading any letters. You can call in, you know, like we do here on, you know, and I give y'all the StreamYard link and y'all pop in how we've been doing for Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's what I plan to do. And y'all can call in. Y'all got y'all issues. Y'all got what y'all want me to give my opinion on. Then we can do it like that. Okay? All right. So I'll post it because I'm probably gonna do it on Friday. It's probably gonna be like maybe a daytime Friday thing, but I just want to make sure that my schedule is clear on Friday. So, because that's usually like a chiller, calmer day for me. So yeah, Friday maybe around noonish, y'all can do call-ins. So we'll see how that works out because it might be a later in the day type thing. But yeah, just for your FYI. Um, Torin apologizes to Safari for inviting Chandrika in June, and she like, you just full of surprises, huh? Brandon was being overly affectionate towards Dom in front of OLG, who felt it wasn't a good look, and he gonna have to deal with that because I feel like they're gonna fire him. I feel like they should fire him because of his work ethic. Period. I don't think Brandon has good work ethic, so I think he needs to go just sheerly off of that fact alone. Not even just that you're fucking with the bartender, but also that you don't have good work ethic. So I think he needs to go. Anytime you're the manager of a restaurant and the floor is flooding and a sink is overflowing and you just looking, you need to go because you're not making yourself of use. And you need to know how to make yourself of use in situations like that. Otherwise, why would you be a manager? Like, manager to me is the person that jumps in when things need to be managed. And that was a situation that definitely, you know, should have been you and not Don Juan, or should have been you and not Philip, because you're beneath them in this managerial pyramid or whatever. And the fact that they're the ones that took the initiative to stop the water and you're just looking, it just shows that you're not on the level of a manager, and you don't need to be a manager because you're somebody that needs to be told what to do versus somebody that sees that there's a need and just feels it. And I feel like that's the main thing that a manager needs to be, is somebody that can assess a situation on their own and decide what needs to happen in order to fix the situation, versus somebody that's looking for somebody else to be, you know, the answer to the problem. Yes, Fridays are great. My boss is always out of the office. I can talk my ish. All right, cool. Cool. Give us a little something to do during the day on Fridays. We haven't seen Brandon do any work. We have not. They need to hang him up. All right, y'all. Don't forget to follow me on the website. Do y'all know I put up new content on the website? Do y'all know that? I'm about to move on to Bad Boys LA. I have very strong feelings. Before I do that though, I do want to show y'all what's new on the website right quick, right fast, because I feel like y'all don't always be seeing the post that I put up, because I post in the Discord and I'll post on the forum, all of the different places, for the members and stuff. So I want to show y'all what is available. So let's take this down right quick, right fast, and share the screen. Hopefully this doesn't cause a huge fucking issue the way it sometimes can. Stop sharing, child. Why is it always not? Wine doesn't always do this to me. It always does this to me on this computer. It never stays signed in to the one account I needed to stay signed into. Girl. Anyway. Okay. Let me just show y'all this. And then if you're a member, I'll show you where you should go. But it's making it difficult for me right now. Okay, here we go. So y'all, this right here is the live I did yesterday. It's me watching the Jocelyn's Cabaret trailer, the Basketball Wives trailer, the Unfaithful trailer, and Commit. It's not in the title, but the Quit or Commit show with Judge Lynn Toller. We watch all of that during this live. And y'all know I do the blow by blow for y'all. So y'all should go on the website after this video and check that out. We got into it. We talked about a few things. We watched a few little trailers and stuff because I know there are a lot of new shows and y'all were wondering how I felt and the Basketball Wives stuff. So we watched that on the website. So y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. Thank y'all. I appreciate everybody that's supporting me with the website. I love y'all for that. Also, we watched The Ultimatum. This is that. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
We watched The Ultimatum. We figured out how to do it eventually. So y'all should definitely come through and check that out. I'm gonna do another one of those this week for sure, maybe 2 back to back. Um, and as you can see, exclusive content is where we are. So this is for everybody. If you're a member of my website and you don't pay anything, this is available to y'all. And this page is the members one. It's not showing me because I'm not signed into my account. But if I was signed into my account, y'all would be able to see the new Love and Marriage Huntsville, because I know y'all were looking for the Love and Marriage Huntsville that I did this weekend. And I had to take it down because we actually were playing the episode in my, my review. So I had to take it off YouTube and put it over there on the website. So it is available for everybody on the website. So now that we've done all that, let's go ahead and then get into the Ratchet read. That is Bad Boys LA. And a bad boy. On the bad boy. On the bad boy. Like, whatever. Whatever. Like, whatever, nigga. They work on my nerves. Okay, listen. All right, y'all. So, Bad Boys LA. Milan. The episode starts off with Milan showing Anthony his dildo line. Okay? His dildo line. He has a dildo line and he has a pocket pussy. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. There was no other way to say that. Anthony is hating on him. I think that Anthony is a hater. I don't like Milan, but Anthony takes every moment to hate on Milan. And it's just like, why are you even giving this nigga the satisfaction of showing that you jealous of whatever he got going on? Because that's what you're doing. Okay. Time to drag Milan Exxon Valdez booty. Oh my God. Exxon. I don't even want to imagine. I don't even want to imagine. So they go to the studio because they're recording the theme song, right? Relly doesn't want to be involved. He was like, "What I like being involved in a song? I don't want to be on no song with y'all. What I'm about to sing about?" It's just like, okay, you could just keep saying in the back, okay, where the bad boys reside. Okay, that's what it should have been. It should have been given, like do a little talk, or at the beginning or at the end. Okay, come on down to Zeus Network, where the bad boys reside. Like that's what you should have been given. But whatever. Anyway, all he said he was worrying about was smoking a hookah and getting lightheaded. And I was just kind of like, oh Lord, this gave my body a bad feeling, girl. Relly asked if he can have one of Milan's necklaces, and Milan was like, yeah, you can have one of my necklaces. So he runs over to Milan and bends down over in front of him and leans back. And Milan take his necklace off and put it around his neck and shit. And I'm just like, oh, so y'all fucking. Okay. Oh, so y'all fucking? It looked like y'all fucking. Are y'all fucking? Y'all probably fucking. They say that. That's what they said. They say that y'all was fucking. And I'm just like, oh, all right, 2 uncles. I love it. Bitch, it's so funny to me because Milan is the uncle. Milan like 38 years old. You're the uncle, nigga. Okay? And Relly is 24, but he looks the same age as Milan. So them 2 niggas look like, your 2 uncles down to the down to the barbecue. I love you, dog. I love you too, dog. Let's get married. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. But it was the way. It was just funny to me. I'm sorry. It was just funny. I was just like, not 2 of my uncles. Oh my God. The mustache. It's really mustache on top of like just how lame I feel like Milan old ass is. Like when you really think about how old Milan is, it's like, Milan, you is too old for this shit. Look at you. Okay, but because you walking around with a tight tee and a backpack on, okay, with your hat to the back and your pants sagging low, we're not supposed to notice how old you are. You should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, fucking around with these children. Anyway, so Milan wanted to go in the studio first. Milan was just trying to be in charge of the girls. That's all he does. And it starts to get aggravating after a while. But either way, he went into the booth first and he did good. He laid down his little tray, whatever you said. I didn't remember anything. I don't care. But Milan did good. Relly was outside and Anthony and Gutta went outside to see why he wasn't, being involved. He was being like antisocial. And he was just like, listen, I don't give a fuck about the song. Period. Point blank. That's it. That's all. And then they started clowning him about how him and Milan got a thing going on. Okay, and he was like, it's not giving it. It's cute. It would be cute, but it's not giving it. That's not what it's giving. I'm like, bitch, it's giving it. Like, okay, niggas say they have hunched and munched and bunched. Okay, I said not hunched and munched and bunched. Okay, they've done cereal in this bitch. Okay, Honey Bunches votes. Curtis claims that he's the best rapper in the house. Okay, so he was so excited to finally be in his element. He did good though. I'm not gonna lie. When Curtis went in the booth, Curtis did his thing. I think everybody that I saw go in there, and that was really only Milan, Curtis, Gutta, and did Gutta go in? I feel like we didn't even see Gutta go in, and I know Gutta can rap. I was looking for Gutta to go in there, but I saw Curtis. And I think Moolah went and Anthony went, but I didn't hear their raps like we heard Milan and Curtis's raps. But either way, the engineer eventually has to leave. So instead of just ending the session, and this is what I don't understand. He was like, as soon as they close this out, we gonna lose it. I'm like, really? He can't save it? And y'all come back the next day? Or can't come back another day in the week? This is when I feel like y'all start to create unnecessary conflict instead of just letting the conflict happen naturally. Yeah, I don't think Gutta finished. Right. But I know Gutta's a good rapper. Like I heard parts of it, but it was the whole, it was the whole part of going into the studio and actually hearing Gutta do his thing. I didn't see that. But either way, Carry On is like, well, listen, I'm not a rapper or nothing, but I used to be in the studio with my dad all the time. So I can maybe look at a YouTube video for Pro Tools, just refresh myself, and I can fuck with it. And Milan starts going in on him because he doesn't want him to do it, because he doesn't want them to lose anything. And I understood that, but was it just me, or did it seem like Milan started going in on Carry On out of nowhere, talking about, listen, you can't do nothing, you don't know what you're doing, and you want to try to get up here and do this, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you could lose what we got. And I also didn't like the way Milan made it seem as if Carry On was saying all of the crazy shit to him. But in all honesty, it was him that was saying all of that outlandish shit to that man for no reason. Let me see if I can pull that shit up right quick, because I want to actually like go. I want to hear when things got to that disrespectful ass level. That's what I want to go to. Hold up. I'm about to sign in, bitch, because I want to hear it. I want to hear it. That's not the right password. Okay, hold on. Child, send me an email. Not time to be remembering what the fuck that password is. Saved on my laptop downstairs. No, nothing won't save up here. All right, here we go. Sign in now. Continue. Start watching. Everybody's doing that now, where they just send you a code. I love that, because sometimes nigga be forgetting. All right, hold up, because I'm about to pull this garbage ass shit up. Hold up, garbage.
You got some bars on it.
Garbage. Garbage. Okay, here we go. Okay.
It's cool. He surprised me. He got some bars on it. But you know what? It's time for the best rapper in the house to step up and show him what I do. You ready for me to jump?
I'm not gonna play it, y'all, because I want to make my money off this video.
Like the second half, and then just you good to go. That sounds good.
But I just want to hear when things get ignorant.
It's nothing. That's not how it works. Yes, it is, bro. Just relax. No, that is not how it works. You've been a part of a Grammy, right? But you ain't been a part of shit. So how the hell you gonna tell me and try to get smart and be slick with your tongue? Carry On comes up with this bright idea that he's just gonna YouTube it and then save it, and then we're supposed to be like comfortable with that. No, and you ain't never wrote a fucking thing. So fuck is you talking about? I just told you I've been a part of this Grammy. You're not even listening. What you talking about?
Let's get a song.
See, I'm trying to get Matt,
I'm
the
doing
fucking
that
engineer, to stay.
All right. You know what?
You ready, Mo? Let's finish this.
And wear that shit when we get you caught up.
You just gonna come in right after curtains, right?
Girl.
I'm sitting there smoking my hookah, vibing, and then
Shut up, Dylan.
nowhere.
They chose this one, so you can cheat.
So he leaving.
You don't know shit. You don't know your mouth, so it's just like fucking up the line. The leader of the group don't respect my expertise, and he keep hopping in line, running his fucking mouth, so it's just like fucking up the line.
Okay. So I feel like I've heard enough. Hopefully y'all heard that. Okay. But to me, it seemed like carry on. No, okay. Let me say this. So I know how to edit on several different editing systems. Okay. And once you learn how to edit on like one or two editing systems, you really can move on to another editing system and maybe watch a YouTube video about where the main buttons are that you need to press for certain things, and you can pretty much adapt very quickly. It's not that difficult. I've done it many times. It's how I learned Final Cut, because I already knew how to edit on Avid, on Premiere Pro, and on iMovie. So it only took me maybe, I want to say 15 minutes to go through Final Cut when I got it. And I basically was able to do everything I needed to do. But I do understand that when you're layering something, you can't save it without creating a mesh version of it. And they need to keep the tracks separate. So all they would have had to do was lay out timelines with everybody verse on it separately, so that later on they can come back and put all of the pieces back on top of each other. That was really what they could have done in order to save it. But either way, it was absolutely misguided anger on Milan's part. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, or Josie, whichever one it is. Thank you. Because it was unnecessary. I feel like Carry On was just trying to help. And to see Milan, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, it was just very disrespectful and dismissive. And Carry On is saying, bruh, I have been in the studio with my dad. I know how to run boards. Like, I've done it before. I just need to refresh myself on Pro Tools because I have not done it in a long time. But I could look at it and I could try. And I understand how Milan felt, but I also felt like he didn't have to talk to Carry On the way he did. I feel like he started going in on Carry On. Then he said, started talking about how he ain't shit and he don't know nothing and he trash and his daddy said he was trash. Like, I mean, calling him a punk ass bitch. Like, y'all know how, I'm going to just say, y'all know how people that's bitch made can go off by the mouth. Okay. And what I mean by that is you just keep running your mouth and keep running your mouth, and you're saying things that you know are extremely hurtful. You're saying things that are like, like you sticking him. And then you got people like the producers standing next to you laughing at the dumb shit that you're saying. And I'm tired of y'all blurring out the producers' faces. And I also wonder, was that Lim that came in there to talk to Milan when they were in the studio, and Milan called him a bitch and said, yeah, I like sucking dick, bitch. Yeah, I like sucking dick. So, but see, that's the trick, y'all. The trick is to be unbothered by anything they throw at you. But Carry On is somebody that has been fucked over extremely, a lot when it comes to his emotions and his feelings and people beating down on him. So he wasn't going to be able to retort in the same way that Milan was. But to me, I felt like as a 38-year-old man, Milan, you should be ashamed of yourself. I think, and I'm going to just keep it a buck, I think y'all being gay boys make y'all feel like y'all don't have to mature or grow the fuck up as men. Like, at the end of the day, you sat there like a teenage girl and ran your fucking mouth. And then when that man came over there to put his drink down, you picked up a bottle like you were going to hit him. All of this shit talking about my leg hurt, then stop talking shit. If your leg hurt, stop talking shit. Honestly, when he picked up the bottle, I wanted Carry On to pick up the hookah. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I know we're not supposed to, with the violence and all of that. and this is why I'm somebody that will keep that shit mouth wide. Like, I'll keep it mouth all day. Like Milan couldn't get in no argument with me, okay? Because I would have been talking about how you want to make sure you ain't got no shit in your drawers from your ass being so loose right now, your mouth loose and your asshole loose, and you got shit all over the floor right now. Can you shut the fuck up? Like I would have been getting in his ass in any way possible. I would have been running it on his ass. Like you want me to stick my in your throat so bad, don't you? Like, you want me to stick my in your throat so bad, don't you? Look at you. Look at you. But I'm also somebody that could deal with that type of like back and forth banter. But when he picked up that bottle, I was like, oh, so you want to take it here. Even though I understand, but don't sit up there and antagonize somebody and pick at somebody and throw the most fucked up things that you could say at them and then act like you're the victim. Act like they was coming at you. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. You went in on that man in a real unnecessary way. And all he was doing was offering his help. Then you kept calling him a weird ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Calling him trash. Keep saying you can't believe you defended him. First of all, he didn't ask you to defend him. You want camera time. That's the reason why you wanted to defend him, because you want to show that you're the big bad bitch in charge, Milan. You want all the attention on you all the time. And when Anthony kept saying that, I was like, Anthony, you coming off like a hater on some shit. But Anthony was absolutely right about you. And I wish that he would check you instead of pretending to be your friend and talking shit about you behind your back like he likes to do, or make his little slick ass comments. That's another thing I don't like. If you don't like somebody, say you don't like them. Don't keep playing with them. If y'all do this thing where y'all do this real nice, nasty shit, and all of that shit come off catty and immature as fuck. If I don't like you, I ain't fucking with you. I'm not about to pretend like we friends. I'm not about to sit up here and spend time slightly shading you every fucking 5 minutes, knowing good goddamn well I can't stand you. Because Anthony, it seemed like you can't stand Milan, but I ain't see you check that nigga one time. Not once. Keep talking about how you defended him. Don't nobody give a fuck. Nobody asked you to do that. Carry-On ends up outside talking to Relly. And Relly, let me tell you something. If you don't want people to come at you when they on one, don't talk shit to them. Carry-On was on one outside. And here come Relly talking shit to him. Hold up, because you need to bring that. I don't know who you're talking to, bring that energy. Oh, nobody, it's not about you. Carry-On told him, I'm not mad at you, son. I'm not just going at everybody, but I'm mad right now. So don't talk shit to me, you know what I'm saying, about how I need to calm the fuck down, because you know good goddamn well when your ass be on one, you be on one, and ain't nobody calming you down. So don't do that shit. At the end of the day, it was a non-moment, and really realized it wasn't about him, and I'm glad. But the funniest shit in the world to me was when Milan came outside on the bullshit, talking about him, me and my iconic booty hole, and I'm just like, your iconic booty hole. Milan, you're 38. Milan, you're 38. You're almost 40. You're almost 40. You don't ever need to reference your asshole being iconic to me ever again. I don't need it. Thank you, though. I appreciate you. I don't need it. Don't give it to me. I'm like, all right. Relly was trying to take on Milan beef. It felt that way. It felt that way a little bit, and I didn't like it because I felt like I wish y'all would have said something to Milan. I felt like Gutter was the only one that was like, y'all doing too much, but said it to Milan. I felt like somebody should have said something to Milan, because Milan was doing that bully shit where you walk around, walking back and forth, running your fucking mouth, going in on somebody who not coming at you like that. Y'all, I don't like that shit. I can't stand when somebody not coming at you like that and you wanna do all this extra shit, and then when they get with your ass, then it's gonna be. I really want to Carry-On to pop. Carry-On was doing way too much talking for me. I wanted him to pop because he kept all that. When the monster come out, yeah, all right, okay. Please stop talking. Just remove yourself from the situation, because at the end of the day, like when I tell you, not only would I have wanted to fight him, I'd have been aiming for that fucking leg. My first thing would have been to kick him in the leg. That would have been my first thing. To tree trunk the fuck out of that nigga leg. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop cursing. Really was like, why are you trying to get on the bus? Y'all still heated. Why are you trying to get on the bus? But you think you need to do that? You think you need to do that? You think you need to get on the bus? Because you real heated right now. He was like, I'm good. He was like, you good. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Me and my iconic asshole. Let's go. Seemed like next week he gonna run up on Carry On from behind. Carry On, when you gonna learn to hit first and stop turning your back on bitch ass niggas that's waiting for an opportunity to catch you slipping because they don't want to catch you squat up? Because all your antics and screaming actually do have them slightly worried that you may be a little bit, you got hit, but you also ain't fight nobody back yet. So I'm wondering how they're feeling, Ciao. All I know is Milan worked on my nerves. And I feel like Milan should be ashamed of himself because you're too old for this shit. Like, why is it? Can the gay boys explain it to me? Like, this is why none of the successful gay boys are with black men. Like, we were just having this conversation because I watched Gerard Carmichael. I watched Gerard Carmichael's stand-up the other day. It's really good. But y'all know Gerard Carmichael came out the closet. And it was really funny. Like, it was almost like doing a YouTube video, what he was doing, like sitting up there talking, but then, having these very reflective moments about what this has been like for him and stuff. And, he said his boyfriend was white. And of course, everybody, in his family or his black homegirls was like, white, And then I thought about it. I was like, are there any successful black gay men that are also with other black gay men? Like, I was thinking about that and I was like, I don't know any gay men that are successful that are with black men. Somebody tell me. Okay? Like, because I don't be seeing them like that. And now that I see Milan, I'm like, you are the stereotype for why? Because it seems as if you think being a gay man means I never have to stop being a fucking teenage girl in the way I act with people. Your mentality is young as fuck. Do you know the only time he act like he has sense is when there's a straight man in a room or a group of straight men in the room threatening to kick gay niggas' ass. Then all of a sudden Milan wants to calm down and act accordingly in public and all of that shit. But when you with the gay boys, you doing the most. Like, the energy is inconsistent. And I honestly understand like this lack of growth in a 30-something, almost 40-year-old man. Like, you should be ashamed of this. Like, you're literally the oldest person on this cast. You're almost 40 and you are the most childish, disrespectful little cunt ever. And you think this makes you look good. And then you talking to us about your sex toy line, best decision you ever made. Great for you. Why you're not making enough money to not come on this show? Like, everybody know, like Zeus, I know y'all, y'all be mad because y'all, when people be honest about what y'all platform really gives, but everybody knows it's low-key where the reality show stars go to get back on their feet before they get back on another network. And it's also giving bottom of the barrel. It's giving, I need a check. It's giving, my life is a struggle right now and I need to get on my feet. And this is the opportunity to get on my feet. That's what Zeus Network gives for most of their content. It doesn't give, I'm already in a good place, come film me. It doesn't give that. It gives, I'm in a bad place and I need to get out of this bad place. And this is an opportunity for me to get out of this bad place because I'm in social media, I'm in sex work, I'm in something where just being seen on this platform will give me a leg up out of the fucked up situation that I am currently in. That is what this gives. It does not give, I am accomplished, I have money, I don't need to do this type of content. That's not what it gives. So ultimately, I'm looking at Milan like, you have, you do a lot of stunning. You talk about the diamonds on your chain and how much money you making, and all of y'all are talking cash money shit about what y'all have accomplished. But honestly, the fact that you're even on this show makes us question that fact. It makes us question that fact. Milan, I think that you need to go to therapy because your ability to pretend as if you have sense when it's obvious that you don't is jarring. And I think you need to go to therapy and deal with that. You're too fucking old to be this terrible. One successful gay male black couple, Jason Bolden and Adair Curtis. Oh, I don't know who they are, but they have great names. She said one. It's because gay men like Milan think that stereotypes of black women are being a woman. Ooh. Someone said something about two designers body. Other than them, I don't know about any black gay couples. A lot of successful black gay men have the same mindset as straight black men. The white partner is usually because they don't want to be with someone black. Is it that? Because when I was watching Gerard Carmichael, I really felt like it's probably because they don't feel like a lot of the black men they come into contact with that are gay, like, they probably feel like those men don't meet their standards. Do you think that Milan would meet Gerard Carmichael standards? Like, even if they were each other's type, because sometimes I don't be knowing, because I could have never saw Milan and really fucking, but whatever. Like, whatever works for y'all, bitch. Whatever you attracted to, I ain't mad at you. But I just, Milan remind me of the gay men that pride themselves on their bodies and their body count. And I feel like it's like, oh, okay, so you're a slut and you're proud. Got it. Like, do you, but you're like 40. Can we do something else? Like, it's cool when you're young. It's cool when you're young to be known for opening up your throat for everyone. But by the time we get to 40, like, can you grow up? Like, it's giving the same thing Mariah Lynn was given. Like Mariah Lynn talking about how great her pussy was all on Marriage Boot Camp. Like, we got it, bitch. Who cares? You're like 30 something years old. Can you have something else that's a positive about you that you can brag about? It's giving me this is a front for prostitution, allegedly, because they don't care about the content. Ooh, he's like Natalie. They seem very similar. I don't even watch the show just by his lives on stuff. Real queens who run that house. Oh, stay hungry. Thank you for the super chat. What's up, boo? Can you please start the show? Where I just woke up. I work for the post office. I had to do overtime last night. You can start the post over. You can rewind it. You are in charge of Forest Fires. Listen, Kandi is the only person on any reality TV series who can actually brag about making money. Let's see. Jars and Trail on YouTube. They are a successful black couple with children. That's YouTube. Like, I don't know them outside. Like, I'm just saying, like, when I think about Don Lemon, when I think about Billy Porter, when I think about somebody brought up Sean T, when I talk about Gerard Carmichael, like, I mean, like, mainstream, not people that are like specific to a subset. And not even like to say that Chris, like Milan is mainstream, because he's not. But I'm just saying, he's been on a reality show before. He's been in front of eyes before in a way that I haven't seen, the people that y'all are talking about. Which, no disrespect, I don't know everybody. So, but I mean, there are out there. I would hope I would hope in everyday life there are gay men that date other gay men. I'm talking about like the famous, highly successful ones that we seem to see all over the place. I usually do not see them with other black men. But there are plenty of eligible gay black men. I think that's just like black men who date white women as an escape or what they deem to be an elevation. It's the same thing. You think so? You think so? I just don't understand why they couldn't do this show how they did Bad Girls Club, just get random people off the street because it's too messy. Yes, that would have been better. That would have been better to me. But I feel like they don't want what that comes along with. But I hope it doesn't seem like he's every bit of 40. We went to school before. Thank you, Jennifer, for the super chat. I appreciate that. I know he is. I hope y'all don't, it's not making it seem like I feel like black, successful black gay men shouldn't date other black gay men. I don't feel like that at all. I honestly think it's weird that y'all don't date each other, when y'all are successful, like Lee Daniels, right? Like they all feel like they're going to be with a white man. Like Lil Nas X, whenever he gets a man, it's going to be a white man. Like, I don't know. Like, it's an observation. RuPaul, white man. Like, it's just an observation that I'm making. Not to say that I feel like that's the way it should be at all. But because I mean, honestly, if you're going to be a successful black man and you want to have a house husband, girl, I feel like a black gay man would be great to be a house husband. So I'm just trying to understand why there's such a theme in amongst black successful gay men in entertainment, I just don't see them with other black men often. I also refuse to see that as a slight to me. Because I feel like as black women, we would take that, a double-edged sword, like, oh, you gay. So first you don't want women, and now you don't want black people, period. You just don't want, child, please. My years of that are over. I personally feel like whoever you want to be with, that's on you. You ain't about to be, making my ass itch trying to understand. But a part of me does feel like they're amongst black successful gay men. I do feel like they don't want to be pigeonholed, or they don't want to be associated with the way black gay men are seen in our community. I don't think they want to be associated. So I think when they go and be with white or Latina gay men, it gives them a level of leveling up, especially when you consider that black men are the ones that cause them the most, drama and harm in inside our communities, obviously. It's almost like I got money and I got on as a black gay man. You think I'm about to go and date one of the niggas that was trying to fuck over me? You know what I mean? Even though it's two different sexualities, but y'all know what I mean. I feel like it's some, cognitive dissonance there. Right. Unfortunately, it seems like famous mainstream male gay couples find it hard to find their match within their race. I feel like it's about their own personal circles. Craig, the writer Stewart, is a successful, educated black gay man, and his partner is black and successful as well. That is great. Craig, the writer Stewart. Who's that? What does he write on? If not completely random people, they could have pulled some gays from YouTube who would have gave. Yes. Yes. I think so too. And I agree. A great house husband. I think it also has to do with the types of gay black men that we see more than the others. I feel like the Ratchet ones probably turned them off. And that's what I was thinking. Because Pete Phillip from Kandi and the Gang, a lot, you automatically have this animosity to effeminate gay men because you feel like they're going to show up like Milan and do all of that. Tell me I'm lying. You know what I mean? But ultimately, obviously Philip is dating another black gay man. However, that black gay man is not American. So it takes some of that out of it. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better, you know what I'm saying? Yes, that's what I meant. They think it makes them like an alternative black gay man. Yes. He works with T.S. Madison. Okay. He's friends with T.S. Madison. Okay, got you. I definitely think it's more about the harm, especially experiencing trauma from their fathers and uncles trying to toughen them up. And that's real too. Zaya Dwayne's son got a white boyfriend. I saw that. I also did not realize that it was a trans boy. I didn't realize that until somebody sent me another picture. I was just like, oh, okay. So we just mixing it up. Child, when I tell y'all, I remember that they used to be joking about that shit back in the 90s on Jerry Springer and shit, like, a dude that becomes a woman so that he can then go and date women, so I just think that's funny. Like, in our time now, that happens a lot lately, where it's like, boys that transition to be girls gender wise, and they are still attracted, because of course everybody, they don't know, but sexuality and gender identity don't go hand in hand. But for the longest, we didn't realize that, you just automatically assume these things. But as time has gone on, we've realized that someone's gender identity doesn't have anything to do with the partner that they choose. Someone who is biologically male and transitions into being female can still be attracted to biological females who are transitioning to be males. Yeah. Child, listen, it make my head hurt a little bit, but ultimately people should be able to do whatever the hell they want to do. Okay. It's no shade. Gutter K hasn't fought yet on the show. I seen Gutter fight on YouTube. He the one with the hands. Oh, we all know. I think we're all glad that, we're glad. I'm glad that y'all have seen some, black gay men that are with successful black gay men, because I feel like they're out there. I just feel like they're not mainstream. I like Craig, but he's not that mainstream. In terms of mainstream, I will argue Carlton is more successful. Okay. Thank you for the super sticker, Riley. there is a black gay couple that had their own Netflix show. I saw that. I saw that. Um, and listen, I appreciate all of y'all examples, but I haven't heard y'all once call out a black gay man that I know that's dating another black man. Like I haven't heard y'all say one yet that I know. So ultimately, I feel like my point has still been made. Right, we grew up watching LGBT people be treated horribly on a show like Jerry. Nobody is choosing that. Child, it used to be bad. People, parents, and all of that would come on there. Oh my God, like the Jerry Springer days. Anyway, y'all, that was my review of Bad Boys LA. I've been talking for way too long today, but honestly, I'm vibing. It's a beautiful day. And I'm, going about my day as I feel. Exactly. They haven't really given explanation. It's just kind of like accepted. But in my opinion, people resist what they don't understand. Gender, sex, sexuality are deeper than the mainstream goals. Absolutely. Absolutely. Child. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Black Ink Crew. It shouldn't be a lot because these days the show hasn't been given what it's supposed to give. Hold up, y'all. They picking up the trash, girl. Hold up. Okay, so they're just gonna take a little minute. They're about to drive away. All right, and we're further enough down the street. You don't know Jason Bolden? Are y'all really gonna act like people be knowing celebrity stylists like that, and not just the celebrities? Like, no, when I looked him up, I have seen him before, but no, I'm not that familiar with him. I don't follow him. I know him and his man have like a show. It looks really cute, but they are not someone that I know of. No, I don't know them. I know Don Lemon. I know, Billy Porter. I know RuPaul. I know Sean T. Now, and the people that I named, and it's more people than that. No, I'm just saying, I just don't know him. I don't know him. Like, why y'all be acting like you don't know the celebrity stylist? Like, no, I don't. Like, who knows celebrity stylists like that? Law Roach. Oh, I do know me some Law Roach. I bet you Law Roach ain't with no black. Listen, I know who Law Roach is. Bonnie just jumping in this thing. Nice to catch you live. Hey, what's going on? I didn't know who he was either. I don't know what you mean. I know what you mean, mainstream. Right. And that's what I mean when I say mainstream. I really mean like people that are identifiable to us. But when I look them up, no, I recognize them. I just don't, I don't know his life like that. I don't follow him like that. Like I follow some of the other people that I, talked about. Everett and Emmett from Ghost. Emmett from Ghost, who that? Oh, stupid ass. I had to think about it. I just meant that super active and always on Gabby's page. Yeah, I've seen them. Um, Anyway, y'all, I'm not about to keep doing this with y'all. Just naming people. Anyway, Laverne. Child, listen. Teddy is acting, you guys. This episode centers around Teddy's acting, and apparently Teddy was in True to the Game. All three of them, apparently. I missed it. I'm gonna have to go watch them again because I haven't seen the first one in a long time, and I know they had a second and a third one, and I don't remember watching either one of those. But either way, he's acting now, and his cousin C's is being a fucking hater. Like, no support, hating. How you gonna do this and open up the Milwaukee shop? How you gonna do both of those things at the same time? hating, acting. Why you acting? You know, okay, so am I supposed to believe this is real? Am I supposed to believe that C's really is not happy for Teddy? Honestly, I feel like within your spirit, C's, you are a hater, which is why it is easy for us to believe that you would hate on Teddy, even though you know good and goddamn well that Teddy's dream is not your dream and your dream is not Teddy's dream. But I also feel like you playing it up for the show because this nigga has already been in 2 of their movies and you didn't know? Okay. Anyway, C says that he's starting to act Hollywood already. I'm just like, is he? Or is he just not at your beck and call anymore? Like, whatever. I know I do feel like he's jealous, but okay, for instance, I was thinking about this, y'all. KP, the loyalty thing. Like, even though it's something that C's has said, I have never seen C's just out here firing people because he feels like they're not loyal. C's is smart in a way of, I think he's figured out that if somebody is problematic for the show, they should probably stay on the show. So it doesn't matter how I feel about them. I'm not going to try to fire them or get them kicked off the show just because we get into it, because this is good for the show. Do you know how long it took them to finally tell Donna ass goodbye? Walt had to steal in order for him to get kicked off. Like, it happened after years of C's coming through and paying for things and giving you this opportunity. So, you know, and I say giving you this opportunity because you're not a tattoo artist. You're just a nigga that hung around his shop. So ultimately, it was the opportunity you were given because you had no other reason to be there except for the fact that y'all were friends. Okay? Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to order me a little lunch, child, because I'm hungry. But yeah, I feel like C's is a hater, but the way KP has been, it made me realize that C's, even though he be talking that shit, is first and foremost a businessman. First and foremost, he's a businessman. And I say that because at the end of the day, he did not let his ego ruin Black Ink Crew. He didn't. He may have had issues and he pisses all of us off. And he's going to do that. But I personally feel like when C's pisses everybody off, it's because he knows that it's going to create drama on the show. He's problematic, but he knows it's also going to be entertaining for the show. Versus KP, who I feel like is living in some type of delusional la-la land where he thinks that people are supposed to come to a job because they like him and they love him versus coming to a job so that they can get paid for a service. And then another thing that I don't understand about it is because to me, when somebody wants to be a tattoo artist, they want to be an independent contractor, which means they want to own their own business. They just want to work within yours. But usually independent contractors see themselves as entrepreneurs, as having their own businesses. So your idea, you know, about having people be so, you know, loyal to you and all of this is just unrealistic and fucking ridiculous. And I feel like this is how you can see that C's is way more about this business than KP is. And I think it should make you realize how crazy KP's ass is. Okay, just saying. But yes, y'all, moving on from there. I thought it was so funny when they were playing golf and C's was like, you know, Teddy is going Hollywood already. And Puma was like, oh, no, huh? Like he wasn't sitting there for the whole conversation. He was all bucked up for Ted. Oh, all right, son. I'm going to be there. I'm going to come through so I can support you. All right, son. Click. Hang up the phone. I don't like that shit, man. That nigga acting Hollywood already. Nah, word, man. Puma just want his check. When I tell y'all, I see Puma for the dude that's gonna do whatever he got to do to make sure he's taking care of his family. And honestly, I am not upset about it at all. It tickles me. Vay's mom comes into town this episode and meets her new boyfriend, who used to work on the production. They've only been together for 2 months and they're basically living together right now. Y'all, this breeze, this cool air outside today is just, I can't even believe it. I got my heat on. Like, it's crazy. It's so nice. Anyway, So she meets her new boyfriend of 2 months. He brings Bay's mom some shoes, and Jay, that's his name, Jay. Jay says, he lost his job. Y'all know Bay mom doesn't really understand English that well, so she's catching some things, but not really. So Bay is having to translate. So when it comes down to them talking about the fact that Jay is living in the house with them, she didn't want to tell her mama that. She ain't want to tell her mama that, but girl, you need to tell your mama because y'all all going back to the house. What are we even doing right now? I thought that shit was stupid. I thought that shit was stupid too. I also felt like the mama was like, you buying me shoes isn't gonna do anything. So if you ain't really, on the up and up, you buying shoes don't matter. And I like that the mom said that, but I also felt like, lady, you wanted them shoes. Because I feel like people out the States be hitting if they got a family member that's in the States, they gonna hit that family member up for shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't get it in their country. So that's why I was like, here you go. Her mom was like, another black man? Child, her mama was like, okay, well, what about when the love is gone? He ain't got no job. What he gonna do? That's exactly what the mama was feeling. The mama was feeling like he ain't got no job. He ain't got no money. And then you've only known him for 2 weeks. Child, Baby mama was rolling her eyes so damn hard. I said, Baby loves making bad decisions in men. So I'm just not even going to argue with her about it. If you want to move this nigga into your house with your baby 2 months into dating, he ain't got no job. Okay. If you think that's smart. Okay. So Tati is having her girls' night, Tati's thing, down to the tattoo shop, and it's only for the women. It's only for women to come and get tatted, and it's only for women to, I'm sorry, y'all, somebody was talking loud, to get tatted and to tattoo. So it was nice. They created a nice little vibe. It was more zen. It didn't have all of the ignorant ass men there, and it was packed with people getting tattoos. So when C's came there after the dentures dinner, we're gonna get to the dentures dinner, he was happy to see it, but it also made Tati feel like she could have her own business. And I'm like, you don't tattoo, Tati. Just manage the shop until this man wants to give you your own. Why do you want this so badly when you got this case pending? Like, bitch, stop being fucking stupid. They gonna be able to, what you don't understand is if you own something before they give you restitution, you're gonna have to give all of that shit up anyway. So you might as well wait until after they figure it out. Like, she's just being hard-headed for no reason, like rushing to try to own her own shop for what? So the federale can come and take it from you when your ass go to jail? Calm down. So one of the other guys in the shop, I don't know who he was. Like, they just be popping niggas out of nowhere that we don't even know. Like, who the fuck is that? Like, nigga got new teeth and we were supposed to know him. I was like, I don't even know who that is. Anyway, but he got new teeth. He went and got, as Bay said, sees his old dentures. He got those to fix the fact that he ain't had no teeth right here, right? So they go and have a dinner. Everybody's high. And I also thought it was so funny that they were sitting up there acting like this was the first time they were ever high on camera. I'm like, nigga, y'all been rolling weed during this, during this show for years, and now y'all gonna act like, oh my God, we're so goofy and high. Like, people that smoke weed the way y'all smoke weed do not get high and be like, oh my God, we're so high. Like, no, it's an everyday occurrence. Why is y'all acting like that? I was sitting up there acting like y'all niggas been smoking weed on this show since before it was legal, and you sitting up here acting like this the first time y'all been high somewhere together. Go fuck, get out of my face with this. Anyway, Rock ended up losing his tooth during the process of this denture dinner. And I felt bad for him because they look for opportunities to clown him because they're jealous of the fact that he pulled Crystal. And you can't tell me no different. I think that they go at him every chance they can get because he's short. He's usually, like a kind of lonesome type of guy. So I feel like, niggas like Teddy and C's and them, they like to clown people because they know they can gang up on somebody. And because they know they can throw their body weight around, like Donna. But they were gonna make fun of him. They was gonna make fun of him so bad for that shit, and I felt bad for him. But bro, that too, he went and got that shit fixed quick. I said, as opposed to the rest of you niggas that was walking around for years with teeth missing, but we want to joke. Okay, child, listen, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if I would be able to hang around them niggas because they always want to clown, because I would want to clown back. Like, I would want to talk about, like, Ted, is it muscle or is it fat? Is it pecs or is it titties? Is it a T or is it a bra? Which one is it? Let me know, because I'm confused. Are we doing lower body at all? You're gonna tip the fuck over. But it was funny. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, it was funny. It was funny that he lost it too. He put that mask on, it was out. I was like, poor baby, y'all gotta stop eating so hard like that. Just eating way too hard. The show is bullshit, y'all. The show is bullshit at this point. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all. So let's move on to Black Ink Compton. So I feel like they are giving us the slow roll to KP losing his shop and them then switching to shooting Nessie at Cat shop, because Cat just got her deal with Paramount, which tells me that either she's gonna take over Black Ink Compton and they're gonna move it to Paramount, or she's gonna take over this show period and she's gonna be on this show and it's also gonna be on Paramount like the other shows are. Okay. But the food truck lady talks to the remaining members of the shop about her little meetup with Barbie. Brittany B was also there. Y'all may remember Brittany B from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She's really good behind the scenes with music and shit. But either way, she's friends with KP. They all grew up in Compton together. She's also friends with the food truck lady. So the food truck lady, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what the food truck lady did to her body, but the food truck lady made a mistake. The food truck lady made a mistake. I'm gonna just say it like that. She turned around and walked away from Brittany B, and I saw like the way, like her shape, like the way her ass, like it was just like, and you think that look good? I would never would. I'm gonna let it go. She's a beauty. You could tell. All right. Can I tell y'all the truth? Okay. So you can tell that the food truck lady is one of those pretty face, soft hair LA girls that grew up with big titties and no ass, no hips, and barely any legs. Okay. So instead of getting her ass in the gym and losing some weight and building up her lower body like she should have done, she decided to just stay big on the top half and then go get her ass done. And then go get the fat sucked out of her stomach. But you still have big shoulders, a big back, and big arms. In a waist that you have now sucked yourself into. And then you got this bubble ass on the back of it. You look like a fucking cartoon character. Why do you think that look good? Why are you wearing tight-fitted dresses and then walking away from us like it looked good? It's terrible. It's terrible, my girl. It's terrible. It's bad. And it makes me feel like you're a pick-me because you're insecure. And anything that you do on this show is usually going to come from a place of insecurity and wanting to fit in with these men. And honestly, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't respect it. Oh, I can't respect it. I can't. It's tough. Because I can see it. I can see what it is. I can see you feel insecure about who you are. Body shape, whatever. And, you're proceeding to be a pick-me and fight on the behalf of men to make yourself valuable to them because you feel like your physicality isn't giving what it's supposed to give. And for a lot of men, even if you are just friends with them, your attractiveness plays a part in how you carry yourself. So if you feel like you're an attractive woman, for real, a lot of times you won't do some of the things that we saw the food truck lady do. The food truck lady looked like she grown as fuck and she out here capping real hard for disrespectful cunt niggas. Child, I had to just close the window for a second. Let me just close the window. I know y'all probably could still hear, but it's not that loud. Okay, so moving on. Where was I? Yes, food truck lady. So they wanted to bring in some new female artists to the shop. And they're gonna have some interviews in a minute. We're gonna get to that. Nessie, Barbie, and Danielle talk about how rude KP and Tim were at Ink's event and how Lemire is picking sides with Ken. And even though I absolutely understand where Nessie is coming from with the way these men are either hyper emotional or, like, for instance, okay, so you got KP and Tim that are highly emotional and disrespectful and want to be able to talk to you any kind of way and not receive any response. They want you to shut up because they feel inferior, or, in some ways, whenever women, exert, whenever women exert boss like energy around men who don't feel as accomplished, they then have to knock that woman down so that they can feel like a big man again. So Tim and KP, I feel like, often did that to Nessie, right? Nessie's problem comes in with her need to feel accepted and wanted by these men. So you have Lemire. Lemire may not be about the ignorant shit the way KP and Tim are, but Lemire is one of those men that they're not going to be about the right shit because they're petty in their spirit too. They're a fake good guy. There are levels to the fake good guy thing. But the fake good guy thing always kills me, because whenever a man that they're cool with is out of pocket, they never check the man. Unless the man is coming at them. Now, it was okay for KP and Tim to disrespect Nessie all of those times. And I saw Lemire only checking Nessie, telling Nessie to be quiet, telling Nessie to sit there and take being talked to crazy, right? Let he could talk, then all of that shit. I saw Lemire do that several times where I felt like Lemire is one of those punk ass guys. They only have heat for a nigga when the nigga coming for them. But when the nigga coming for a woman that they claim to be friends with, they're going to choose the side of the man. And honestly, they're going to forgive the man over and over again, even though they got into it. So Lemire got into it with KP and Tim and was constantly in a place of, but we can be good again, but we could be cool again, but we could be good again, but we could be cool again. Nessie breaks up with your fuck shit ass homeboy, and now all of a sudden, I don't think we can work together. I don't think we can really be cool like that, because I felt the way when you went back to KP. What you mean after you told me to go back to KP? And then Danielle was like, I don't think he choosing sides. Danielle, please be quiet. He's picking sides. I know his baby is in your womb right now, but you know the type of nigga you got. And that's a good thing, because he's a family man. But he is also a man that will not speak up for what's right if his homeboy is the one that did something wrong. And I notice men like that. They never really press other men. They don't. They only want to get into it and have all of this hypersensitivity towards women. But with the men can be disrespectful. The men can do whatever the fuck, and you will still try to be friends with the nigga. It's crazy to me, the misogyny and how it plays out in the relationships, and how it ruins a lot of things. It ruined the business. If you ask me, KP and Tim's misogyny is what killed their business, because most of the artists in your shop were women. Voodoo, Nessie. Okay, yeah, Voodoo and Nessie and Alana. Then you had Art, Lemire, and him. Those are the tattoo artists. So yeah, it just all seems stupid as fuck to me. But anyway, Barbie talks about getting into it with the food truck lady. She didn't want beef with the girl, but pick me's. That's all they're all pick me's. Barbie talks about Bone cheating on her. I'm tired of her talking about that. I'm glad that she gave him his ring back this episode. Nessie and Voodoo talk about finding a new shop. And Voodoo says the relationship with her bio dad isn't going so well, and I knew that it wouldn't. His energy was fucking weird. Nessie has Columbus Short and his wife over because Columbus wanted a tattoo. Columbus waited until he got mic'd, waited until, he's sitting there in front of her with the camera set up to say, wait, let me stop and call KP first before I let you tattoo me, because, it's hood, it's cold. I'm like, it's so funny how y'all have all of these codes. You have all of these codes of conduct, and yet you act an ass all the time. Y'all have no code of conduct with the way y'all handle women. And it's just very crazy to me that y'all have all of this respect and reverence for another nigga, but you never have that same respect and reverence for women. I just think it's weird. Very male identified, very misogynistic, very I low-key hate women. Because you view women as valuable, but that doesn't mean you respect them or like them as humans. Nessie says, my nigga, I told you that me and him wasn't good. I told you I wasn't working for him. I told you all of that before you even came here. But he calls KP on the phone, and KP was like, man, listen, that was cool back then, but I don't really fuck with her like that no more. You didn't fuck with her like that back then when she tattooed your. He was like, I told you it was cool for her to tattoo your wife, but that was back then. So basically, she can tattoo your wife, but she can't tattoo you, even though she's a better tattoo artist. So he proceeds to leave, and Nessie was like, that's some bullshit. You knew, and you waited until now to say something. I'm like, so what was this for, Columbus? What was the point of this? Was this so that you could, you and KP could show that this code mattered so much? Was that what it was about, to show us how y'all code matter so much? Y'all just remind me to travel on the outskirts of Compton. Like, bitch, let me know when Crenshaw in Compton begins so I can just stay, over there. I'll stay over there by Lamert Park. I don't want to be over there by Compton. I'm not gonna come visit because y'all don't know how to act. Y'all is crazy as hell. Y'all got codes that don't even matter for nothing at all. Like, really, Columbus? She's already tattooed your wife. It's already happened. So what now? KP and them interview some artists for the shop, and they saw a few different artists, people who obviously were just there so that people on social media and people who watch the show would be able to see their work. Really not because they wanted to work for KP shop, because is KP shop open? He swore it was open, but I don't know. You may just have a license to tattoo, not necessarily that shop was open for people to come in and get tattooed, but okay, whatever. So after Star was like, I don't know, all of them weren't that good. That girl in the middle, her shit was trash. Like, she was just basically saying they weren't all good. They aren't all worthy of working here. And they was like, why is she being so negative? And then the food truck lady took it personal, because apparently whoever Star was talking about was somebody the food truck lady brought. And she was like, why are you being so negative? And who did you bring in here? And it was bullshit. So she stopped arguing with her about that. She was mad because the girl was talking about the artist that she brought in. So she's like, okay, I'm mad about that. And then she proceeds to tell a story about how when she went to go make up with Barbie, which they were like looking at her like, you went to go make up with Barbie? Yeah, because I ain't got no beef with her. So I went to go make up with Barbie. And she told me that she was going to meet with Star and Lemire. So what y'all meeting up for? You meeting up with the ops and Tim? Oh, I got a problem with that, because I wouldn't be going over to nobody's house that got beef with him. And it's like, well, yeah, y'all are fucking. Of course you wouldn't, because y'all are fucking. Like, of course you wouldn't, Tim. Y'all go together. Why would you hurt your old man like that? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, of course not. But Star isn't fucking KP last time we checked. So why are you expecting the same loyalty that you give him from her? Y'all relationships are not the same. And she already told him that she wasn't going to stop being friends with Barbie and Lemire. It would not cross, because she would never talk about their business with them. And she has not. But she told you a couple of episodes ago that she was going to continue to be friends with them. And so now y'all are making it an issue because the food truck lady wants to start beef with Star because Star said one of the artists that she brought was trash. What? I was just like, girl, what the fuck is we even talking about? Like, isn't that the point of what we were supposed to be here to do, was to talk about whether these artists were good enough to come to the shop? You couldn't pick everybody. So why are we this upset that she's saying that one of the artists wasn't good enough? Like, that's what she's here to do. But I guess because she didn't bring an artist. Okay. All right. I didn't know I needed to bring somebody in order to vote on whether they should be a part of the shop or not. Why fucking invite me? Like, that don't even make no sense. Then they start talking about how they don't really need her because she don't really manage the shop anyway. Tim always says that. Tim always tells Star that she doesn't do anything and she doesn't work and she doesn't manage the shop and they don't need her to manage the shop. And I was just like, Tim, if you were actually good at managing that shop, they wouldn't need her. but you don't know how to do any of that. All you know how to do is dick ride and play security. So obviously, y'all need somebody to manage the shop because that's not something that you can do. So, yeah. And the idea that people are supposed to be so grateful because they can come and tattoo in Compton. And it's like, I understand that you bucked up about where you from. Like, I get it. I come from a place that people have a lot of pride in coming from as well. Like, I get it. People can talk all the shit they want to talk about New Orleans, but I'm always proud to be a New Orleans girl. I'm always proud to be from here. I grew up cultured and honestly, I grew up feeling like a little black princess in New Orleans. So nobody can say nothing about where I'm from to me. They can talk all that shit they want to, but ultimately, a lot of people don't have the culture and the experience of growing up with like all of these years and years of what we do here. And I say, and I'm gonna keep saying culture because it's not even just the Mardi Gras. It's, you know, the Indians, it's the food, it's how we congregate, it's how we have a good time, the things that we do. Ultimately, I love where I'm from, so I understand what KP is talking about, loving Compton. But you are making your city look bad. You are making your city look like it is full of street niggas that want to pretend like they're businessmen and they don't know what they're doing and they can't control their emotions and they are entirely too invested in people putting them in front of their own self-interest. You are entirely too invested in people working at your shop and viewing your shop as anything other than an opportunity to make money. Your shop is an opportunity to make money. It's not a family. Stop. If you want to be a part of a family, call your baby mama and go pick up your kids. If you want to be a part of a family, call your mom and go spend some time with her. Go and have lunch with your dad. If you want to be a part of a family, go and hang out with your family. But when you're ready to do fucking business, come to work, put your feelings on the back burner and handle people according to how they handle you. And not all of this, oh, y'all not loyal enough and you hanging with people outside. First of fuck all, anybody that works anywhere can hang with whoever the fuck they want to hang with. I don't know where you get this from. I don't know where you get this from. There is no business. There is no business that is registered with a state that is allowed to tell an employee who they can be friends with outside of a job. So the fact that you even keep trying to press that is just so immature and stupid and a sign that you really don't want to have a successful business. Because if you think that all of the other shops are working like that, if you think all the other shops are doing all of this with their employees, this is why you don't have a shop and they do. Because they're not worrying about what their employees are doing when they leave. They're not worrying about who their employees are friends with. That's why there's no tattoo shop in Compton. Because y'all are worried about the wrong shit. Y'all are not worried about providing a beautiful tattoos and a clean environment to the community that you live in. That's not what you want. Or give job opportunities to the people that want to do this. That's not what you're trying to do. You're pretending like that's what you're trying to do, but you're trying to make a game. You're trying to create a game is what it feels like to me. And I personally feel like if that's what you want to do, get your ignorant ass off of reality TV, because I don't think we need to be subjected to this type of depravity. I don't think we need to be subjected to that shit, because at the end of the day, as a tax-paying grown ass will shoot you if you come through my door, okay, type of person, I feel like a lot of y'all antics with that hood shit be childish as fuck. It's childish and it's stupid. And I don't care how you feel about it. You wanting all of this like ride or die loyalty from people coming to get a check. Can y'all tell me what jobs y'all work at where y'all feel like that about y'all jobs? If it's not your business, if it's not your baby, please tell me whose business are you showing up to every day to be this loyal to the point that they can tell you who you could be friends with outside of the job. Y'all are out of y'all fucking minds. Star blows up, of course, like fuck y'all. And KP is like, well, I don't need you working here. And the producer comes in like, oh, so you really trying to fire her? And he was like, yeah, I want her gone. So then later on, Once he didn't calm his ass down, he's feeling bad about what he did because he felt like she didn't, she crazy and shit, but she didn't deserve for him to fire her over that. And so, I mean, and honestly, she in real life, she would have been able to sue him because it's like, you can't fire me because I'm friends with somebody. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, that's how you know shit ain't real. Everybody is leaving the show because the tattoo shop isn't happening because you have two, alleged dope heads sitting here trying to act like they're about some fucking business when they're absolutely not. Like, you're absolutely not about no business. Like, you're about creating a gang. You're about bullshit. You're about having your employees act out some weird dysfunctional family drama that you have in your mind. And that's not real. That's not real. That's not real life. Real life is people are going to work and enjoying their jobs, but also so that they can go their ass home, so that they can go and live their own life, so they can make decisions about what they want to do. And nobody's trying to be a tattoo artist, so KP and Tim can bully them into not being friends who they want to be friends. Like, all of this shit, y'all are doing way too fucking much. Way too fucking much. Nessie goes to see Kat, who is engaged to a football player with a brand new baby and a successful business. Kat is doing well for herself after leaving Black Ink Crew Chicago. Lemire and Danny go on a date, and she says that she doesn't think it's the right time to open another business. So Lemire probably isn't going to open that new tattoo shop. So where they thought it might have been Lemire's shop versus KP's shop, Lemire doesn't want to open a business for whatever reason. He's saying he don't have time, but something makes me feel like, no, nigga, you just don't want to go through what it takes to open another shop in Compton because you figured out how hard it is. And then on top of that, KP talking about the shop open, and I don't think the shop is open. So I think they couldn't get either one of their shops to actually open in order for the show to be real in the first fucking place. So we might as well wrap this shit up. KP talks to Tim about feeling bad about firing Star, but Tim says she has them fucked up. Tim says that she has him looking over his shoulder. Okay, Tim. Okay. Barbie confronts Bone, her fiance, about cheating. And he says that, of course, he turns it around on her. She asks, why are you cheating on me? Why you keep doing this? And instead of him, this is what I wanted him to say. Can I tell y'all what I wanted the nigga to say? I wanted the nigga to say, honestly, I love you, but I don't think I could just have sex with you. I don't think I can just be tied down to you. I don't think I can only be with you right now. I just don't. I do love you. I do want to be with you, but I just can't be with just you. I just can't. I don't think I can. I would have appreciated that instead of you telling her that the reason why you keep cheating on her is because she's not being supportive. She doesn't support you in anything that you do. And she says, I don't support you because you cheated on me. You're not going to cheat on me, shit on me, and then also get support from me. That doesn't make sense. So once she explained it to him and he could no longer blame her, he then just, well, there's nothing I can do about it then. Then you bitch out, then I there's nothing I can do, so fuck it then, And she was like, okay, well, that's fine. She took the ring off, put it on the table, and walked away. And then we saw Nessie do a really good tattoo at Cat's shop so she could be, a guest, get a guest spot there. And the tattoo was good. She gave her a little critique on how it the bigger the face, go big. But outside of that, she said her shading was solid. The tattoo was really nice. Nessie's very talented. Anybody would be happy to have her as a tattoo artist, especially if she did her job and went home like you're supposed to, versus forming all of these fucking friendships that cause issues when y'all come to work. But yeah, that's it. That's all, y'all. 2 hours, 4 shows. Okay. They want to be hood so bad. It really is. I think it's funny that the women from Chicago went on to be greater than the men, even after they tied playing them. Oh yeah, after they tried to play them. They want to be hood so bad. Preach. If she feels like she can't support him, she can't forgive him, so she shouldn't have been trying. He trash, but she already knew that. So it's going to be no more Black Ink Compton. That's what it feel like. Not gang telenovela, girl. That's exactly what it is, though. Let's see. That's how I feel about New York City. Just run me my money or run me my ends. Shout out to Apple Watts. That bravado shit is so fake. If they were that thorough, they wouldn't be on TV. Okay? Okay? Talking about you just want the paycheck. Bitch, yes, that's what this is. A paycheck. A paycheck. And I know what they be meaning when they say that, which is, oh, you just want to be on a reality show. You don't really care about the business. And nigga, that's why C's and Ryan have both figured out to have two sets of people. You have people that's there that actually work there and are not on camera. And then you have people that are there for the bullshit, for the reality show of it all. It's very smart. It's the way to do it if you want to have a real business, but you also want to be on a reality show. To me, if I was from Compton, we would rebuke KP and Tim. I only know about Compton from the most dangerous group, NWA. What does Tim do for the shop? He be saying that about Star. I told you, all he do is go around and make sure that KP's nuts are warm. KP and Tim are intimidated by women tattoo artists. They're intimidated by women, period, because they're inferior. And it's not our fault. It's not our fault at all. KP, most of the people your now employees hang with used to be your employees too. Remember that? Yeah, I didn't understand that. Like, okay, people been kicking it for over a year now, and you want them to stop being friends because you're not cool with them no more? You sound like a bitch. I didn't know that KP and Kyla were married. I thought they was just, baby daddy, baby mama, boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah, KP is too concerned with putting his city on Compton this, Compton that. That's gonna be his downfall. Yeah, nobody. Once you made it feel like this, nobody cares. Once you've made it feel like everybody should be giving you some type of honestly unrequited respect or non-reciprocal. Like you don't respect other people, but you want them to respect you because we're in Compton, and it's like, nigga, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Like, nobody's like, you don't deserve more respect just because we're in the zip code you grew up in. What? They married. Well, that's a shame. Real gangsters out here in Cali don't have social media, let alone be on TV. And that's because they're about that life. They're about that life. He makes me question Kyla Pratt, honestly, because who the fuck leaves with him nightly? I'm wondering. They should have just gave Kat her own show from the jump and not try to script it. I know, right? I've called the Compton show in the past and it wasn't open. The show was an epic fail. It's going to be no more Black Ink Compton. If she feels like she can't support him, yeah, I said that one already. I think it's funny. Okay, no, I said that one too. Trying to see if there were any other comments before I get out of here. No, I'm asking. Yeah, I don't think so. Y'all want to look it up and see? Let's look up Kyla Pratt. Look up Kyla Pratt. Y'all, I want my food to get here. I'm sitting here in front of this banana, but I'm like, I'm not about to eat the rest of this banana. I'm gonna put this banana in a protein shake. I want some chicken. Nigga be over here feeding for some chicken tenders, okay? I know. I don't eat chicken tenders any other place but at home, y'all. Trust this. Okay. No, she is not married like I thought. She ain't stupid enough to marry that nigga. She's not stupid enough to marry him. Let's see if there are any things here personally. I saw her recently on the Black Girl Sketch Show, so I was excited about that because I was like, all right, Kyla, girl, it's good to see you, girl. Let's see, personal life. Kyla Alyssa Pratt is the oldest of 5 children. Pratt gave birth. Oh, I did not know her dad was a basketball player. That's funny when you think about the loving basketball thing. But anyway, Pratt gave birth to a daughter, Lyric Kilpatrick, on November 17, 2010. She gave birth to another daughter, Leah Kilpatrick, on August 5th, 2013. Lyric and Leah's father is her fiance, Danny Kilpatrick. So it says partner, not husband or wife. So yeah, I don't think they are married. I just think that that's her fiance because at some point he proposed to her, but they haven't gotten married yet. A songwriter, hip hop artist, and tattoo artist. Kilpatrick is also the star of Black Ink Compton. But guess what? Danny Kilpatrick doesn't have a wiki. I'm gonna see because I don't see a wiki. Where's the wiki? Where's the wiki? Okay, there it is. Here we go. Okay. Does he have a wiki? He has a wiki. Okay, here's the wiki. Not really. He doesn't have a WikiLeaks. He has a wiki. Okay, which is different. Um, let's see. Wife married. He is more famous in his relationship than his career. He has been dating girlfriend and partner Kyla Pratt from 2005, and the couple's match is made in heaven. A lie. The couple has already decided to take their relationship to a new level as they got engaged way ago in 2011. However, the couple has not decided to get married and live as husband and wife. In an interview, you can't live as husband and wife if you're not husband and wife. I know y'all think that's something that y'all can do. It's called community property and all of that. But if a nigga didn't actually make you his wife, it's not what you really think it is. Anyway, y'all, my food just got here, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip out. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Don't forget to check out the website, and I will be hitting y'all up later on because we probably gonna do something for something. Shout out to Alex. All right, y'all. Bye.